Auto Detailing by Me is the leader in auto detailing in Southern West Virginia. We offer several exterior as well as interior detailing services, including engine shampooing, convertible top cleaning, interior fabric protection, and long-term paint sealing. There are detailing packages to choose from to fit any budget. We also offer custom decaling and over 200 colored bed liners to choose from. See why Auto Detailing by Me is Southern West Virginia's leader in auto detailing. Visit us on the web at autodetailingbyme.com or call us at 304-461-0049.
Greetings, grappling fans! I don't know if you know this, I don't know if you noticed, but a guy by the name of Kid Apollo, or Waylon Payne, or whatever he wants to be called this week, was very influential on a young Jason Kincaid. I was very impressionable. He took me in the ring and he taught me some of my most acrobatic moves, and I have a lot of respect for that man, for those actions, but that's the whole problem, is I don't want to have respect for anybody. Respect is weakness, and today I'm going to prove that I am exactly what I say I am, and that is better than having respect for you.
Kid Apollo, your thoughts tonight in the Battle of Plateau match?
I want to see how good Jason is. I've been gone for a good while. I want to see how good Jason is tonight. That's about all I got to say about it. I want to see how good he is.
Definitely going to be a very competitive match this evening, ladies and gentlemen.
10-minute time.
And what a fantastic way to kick off this Ward Wilson Memorial Show. Bart Batten, it is a pleasure to have you at the announce booth with me and John today.
I tell you what, it's been a real pleasure to be able to travel back to Beckley one more time and see all the guys and just be able to have the opportunity to hopefully add a little bit of knowledge and wisdom of the squared circle for the folks out there that are listening to this broadcast.
Absolutely, and I can't wait to get your thoughts, Bart, as we go on the evening with these tag team matches for the Tag Team Memorial Tournament.
Yeah, I'm very, obviously the tag team was what me and my brother Brad, I guess, would say we did more than anything else. But, the wrestling business it's really changed here. And we're just happy to be here, and we're expecting to see a lot of good wrestling tonight. It's just I'm still really kind of overwhelmed with being able to have the opportunity to do this. It's a blessing to me.
Absolutely, and now these are two great cruiserweights, Bart. If you weren't familiar with them, one of them, Jason Kincaid, is the former NWA World Junior Heavyweight Champion.
And Jason Kincaid, he's absolutely as accomplished as they come. We've seen him rise over time through the Mountain State, and he's taken that success from the Mountain State and parlayed it everywhere he has gone. NWA Smoky Mountain has definitely seen him capitalize there. And, of course, you mentioned the World Junior Heavyweight title.
Right.
And Kid Apollo gained the fans behind him here, and he's going to need that support because the guy he's in there with is as skilled as any competitor I have ever seen in this sport.
Well, I mean, it's a tribute, I think, that everybody that I've seen that's on the card tonight. I mean, they're good wrestlers. They're talent. People don't understand here in West Virginia, Kentucky, Virginia. There's a lot of wrestling talent in these states, and it's just it's a pleasure to be able to come out here and see these guys get in a squared circle and have great matches.
And you hit the nail on the head, Bart. You're absolutely right. Everything you said is true. And you can't take anything away from the regional talent that has made itself available this evening for a very good cause to pay tribute to a very good man who gave his life to this sport.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bart. Kid Apollo still trying. Now, as a wrestler, what does it mean when the fans are behind you? How does that work to your advantage?
Well, at least for me and my brother, if the if the people were behind us, it just gave us that little extra edge, I guess, for the lack of a better way of putting it. Knowing that they're on our side and they're rooting for us, and it gives us a little more motivation to outthink the guys, and our little thing we did because we were twins. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is, when you're inside the squared circle, you got to do whatever you got to do to get victory.
Kincaid taking some big risks here, not paying off for him.
Spot on money arm drag there, working out very well.
Very, good arm drags there. That's one thing I like about
and a great follow-up with the arm bar.
Oh yeah, it's old school wrestling.
Let me ask you something, Bart. Looking out there, a guy like Kid Apollo, and let's put emphasis on the word kid. Very young wrestler, but making very sound use of fundamentals. For a guy like that to do that well, as young as he is in his career, how well does that bode for him, even being in the ring with a competitor who is as skilled and as much veteran knowledge as he has in Jason Kincaid?
Well, wrestling, just like football, baseball, basketball, it's all about competition. And, when you're in the ring with, if you're in the ring with whether it's a tag team or an individual, if you got your opponent is a very good athlete, is very knowledgeable of the sport, I'm telling you what, that's what wrestling's all about. Yes.
Jason Kincaid, he can tie you up in a second, but Kid Apollo, look at him, right back on the money.
Always back to the arm drag, arm bar there.
Yeah, he's definitely dismantling that one body part. Is that the sign of a veteran, Bart, when they do that?
Oh yeah, you gotta, at the beginning of the matches, we always had to, I'll use the word, investigate our opponents to see what their strengths, weaknesses were, and whatever we thought we could get away with, maybe outmaneuvering them a little bit. It's your mind's
with all due respect,
physical, it's mind.
I do think we may be getting ahead of ourselves calling Kid Apollo a veteran. He spent some time, and he's definitely applied his craft. But I think what we're seeing from him is somebody who has taken advantage of the advice that he's received from veterans over time.
Well, I'd like
tutelage can make up a
I
lot
gotta
for
agree.
a young
man. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm just going to speak my mind tonight. But that's what it's all about the young guys. That's a really good move right there. A good kick out there. It was almost 3 count there. Getting back to the rear chin lock there, but you try to do the best you can in the ring, and obviously the end idea is to win the match, but it's, you got to be able, you just don't know what you're up against sometimes. If you're like wrestling somebody you've never been in a ring with before, you got to search them out a little bit. But it looks like these two fellas have been in the ring before, but man, I can't get over the fact that I'm sitting here being able to talk about the sport that changed my life.
Yeah, and I think of Jason Kincaid, speaking of the sport changing. Oh, Kid Apollo changing the momentum right there. Oh my God!
That is not good.
Well, Kid Apollo found a moment, but that moment can turn against you in the blink of an eye. Jason Kincaid moved right out of the way. Kid Apollo paid a huge price on that maneuver, and you don't think at first the splash in the corner is going to be that high risk, but when you got a ring post there and you miss all the way and you hit that post the way you did, that's going to cost you.
And I can witness and say that hitting that ring post does hurt.
It's solid steel. Of course it's going to hurt.
Whew.
And that could be the momentum shifter that leads Kincaid to victory here tonight. Submission maneuver now applied. As Kincaid is trying to slow the pace of the match down, he's going to have to work quickly if he's going to get things done here.
Well, he's got that rear chin lock on him, and I'm telling you, when you're squirming out there and you're in it, it kind of tires you out a little bit.
You're absolutely right. It's a perfect wear down hold for this
Trying to wear
sport.
him down, exactly. And, you know, the weaker your opponent is, the better opportunity you have of, you know.
And Kid knows that. He's fighting to get out of this.
Yep.
Those elbows to the midsection opened up an opportunity. Kincaid, though, sent him right over the top rope. Make an opportunity, lose an opportunity.
Yep.
Name of the game.
Well, I'm going to assume in the NWA, throwing over the top rope in automatic disqualification like it is in some areas
Some
of the
territories,
country. You
yeah,
know?
some territories follow the rule very strictly. Others are a little more lax here, like an NWA.
And it's always open to referee interpretation. The case may be the referee may interpret that as being the momentum of Kid Apollo that carried him over there. Kincaid not necessarily holding on to him the moment he went over that rope.
Well, I always thought it was just part of it was just part of the sport. You know, you're going to go over that top rope. Somebody going to throw you over it.
Speaking of top rope, look at Kincaid. Oh!
This could be. They might have a problem here.
Well, Kincaid going high
Yeah,
risk.
here it goes.
Cost him.
Way off that top turnbuckle.
And Apollo and Kincaid
I'm
both
telling
down.
you what, that was a good clothesline. I guarantee you, both of them felt that.
Yeah, and Apollo, he's going to be at the disadvantage here, isn't he, Bart? Because, I mean, yeah, you got a couple good throws and clothesline in, but you've been taking the brunt of the beating for the last couple of minutes.
Well, before you say disadvantage, look at the life he's got in him right now.
Yep, he's. Well, when you do that, the people get behind you.
1 minute remaining.
Apollo sending him. Nope, reversal by Kincaid. Kincaid runs in, and this time it's Kincaid missing. Apollo follows up with a nice clothesline. One more time,
Boy,
Kincaid goes down to the
double
mat.
clothesline. That's
Irish whip
well,
off.
throw him.
Look at that
Just
power
had a
slam
feeling
by
that
Apollo.
power slam was coming. There we go.
30 seconds remaining.
Referee says 2 count only.
Well, I tell you what, that was close.
Well, credit where it's due. Apollo not letting up for a second, but Kincaid, reversal there, kick to the gut, has him hooked up, slingshots off the rope, plants
15
him.
seconds remaining.
Kincaid goes for the cover, 1, 2.
10,
Apollo kicks out.
9,
Great kick
Someone's
out
got to
there.
make something happen if they're going to win it.
6, 5, 4, 3,
Sunset flip.
2,
1, 2. Oh, no. What a
Time's up.
heartbreaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is a time limit draw.
And what a heartbreaker.
Yeah, it was. I'll tell you what, though. Shoot, those guys gave everything they had out there in that ring. And I can't emphasize that more.
Well, Jason Kincaid and Kid Apollo giving it everything they got here today. And what an opening contest.
Well, I tell you what, that's from the voice of experience. My brother and I always like being the first match at really any place because we like going out there because the first match sets the tone for the whole night, I think.
And these guys definitely have set the tone for the evening.
And
That bar is set high now, too.
It is. It is. The bar is set high, and trust me, the guys back there in the dressing room, they know it too.
And Kincaid, maybe a little bit sore about the way this thing ended, has brought a chair into the ring.
Now, wait a minute, Foster's going to have to get some control here.
Well, Apollo says he still wants to fight. He might want to think twice about that one.
I'm going to think at this point, why is Kincaid needing a weapon? I mean, he gave it his all out here, and it looks like he's going to show some camaraderie.
Well, Kincaid raising the hand of Apollo, not what
tell
I
you what.
expected.
That's something that you don't see a lot in modern day wrestling is
And you know,
people that had a really competitive match, but one of them but somebody was humbled by it, and he congratulated his opponent.
and you know, I think what we may have seen just now, not just respect for an opponent, but a respect for what this evening means.
Absolutely, I got to agree with you totally on that.